Breakups come with a lot of conflicting emotions. Obviously, you love your ex more than life itself, and at the same time, you wish they'd just disappear forever. You hate them, you want them. They're disgusting, and you wish they'd never leave your sight. Unfortunately, this is as normal as it is frustrating. So in this video, I'll take you through why you're feeling how you're feeling, how you can hold on to two conflicting emotions simultaneously, and how it's going to affect things if you really want your ex back. I'm Brad Browning, author of the X Factor Guide, and there's a reason people call me Breakup Brad, and that's because I've been studying breakups for over a decade now. I go deep on the psychology behind breakups and how to get a second chance with your ex. So while you're here, please subscribe to my channel. Now, how can you want your ex back if you hate them? Well, the answer is that contradictions are really a part of life. Life is messy, and love is even more messy. And you can hate someone while still loving them. I always say that love and hate are actually two sides of the same coin. Love and hate are not opposites. Indifference is the opposite of love. And love and hate certainly aren't mutually exclusive. I'm sure you've had times where you've hated members of your own family, but you never stopped loving them either. Really, the important thing here is that this hate is temporary and real love lasts forever. So to some extent, it is really just a waiting game.
No, the waiting game sucks. Let's play Hungry Hungry Hippos.
We can shorten up that time with a little reflection. So to understand how this works, let's first talk about why you hate your ex right now. So what does it mean to hate your ex? Obviously, it's when you have persistent negative feelings towards them. You know, the thought of them makes you angry or makes you upset. And these feelings are derived from a sense of injury. You may even feel repulsed by them. But chances are a part of this feeling comes from the idea that you loved someone that you now dislike. And it makes you ask questions about who you are and what you were thinking. These are tough feelings, and they can be confusing and exhausting. So where does all this hate come from? Well, there's a few reasons that you probably hate your ex after the relationship is over. Chances are it's a combination of things, or maybe it was triggered by one traumatic event. So let's go down the list. So number one, maybe they cheated on you. I mean, if your ex cheated on you, then it's pretty clear why you hate them. Obviously, they broke your trust, they lied to you, and they made you feel like an idiot. This is a tough one to come back from, and many people find that they can no longer trust their ex and are really unable to make things work or even to forgive them. Or number two, maybe your resentment is now unresolved. See, every relationship brings with it some kind of resentment, sometimes a lot of resentment. So if you were constantly upset with your ex and waiting for the day when they'd see the error of their ways and start treating you properly, and then they suddenly dump you, obviously you're going to be left with some seriously hurt feelings. It's easy to forgive and love your ex when you think that that resolution could be just around the corner. But now that they've ended things, all that resentment can come rushing back at you like a bullet train, and it can make you really hate your ex. Or number three, maybe they just broke your heart. Now, cheating isn't the only kind of betrayal in a relationship. I mean, if your ex broke up with you, then chances are they might have broken your heart. Even if it's just that you thought you had something special, and it turns out that they didn't feel the same way. And this is worse when they gave no indication that the relationship was in trouble, and then they blindsided you with the, "we need to talk." Any relationship really means vulnerability, and the more vulnerable you were, the more damage the other person does by rejecting you. Possibility number four is that they ran away. So oftentimes, we're most angry at someone not for hurting us, but for running away when things get tough. So if you ran into a problem that could have been worked out with your partner, and they simply chose to dip out instead of making an effort to resolve it, then that can inspire a lot of hate. It's really that feeling of, oh, come on, why can't we just figure this out? And this can have you feeling like they didn't value you, or it can show you that they're such a coward that they were just afraid to talk about it. Or maybe it's number five, which is that they destroyed the potential that your relationship had. Now, it is easy to get caught up in the potential that a relationship had rather than what it actually was. When a breakup happens, the potential disappears and we're just left with the ugly truth. And it's then that you can realize that this person wasn't who you thought they were, and that can lead to some seriously negative feelings. It could also be number six, that you're embarrassed that they dumped you. Being dumped is sad, of course, but it can also be humiliating. We tie a lot of our self-worth into romantic success. It can be easy to think that winning someone's love makes us valuable, and therefore losing it makes us worthless. And honestly, the embarrassment is worse the bigger and more public that your relationship is. So you might be thinking that people are laughing at you now that you've been dumped. But the truth is that being in a relationship, no matter how perfect it seems, does not make you any more valuable than you were when you were single. And really, no one is making fun of you. In fact, maybe people are actually excited that you're back on the market because now they might have their chance. Or it could be number 7, which is that you're processing your sadness as anger. Now, this is a common one. Sadness and depression can be difficult to process for many people. And anger is a lot more straightforward because it's an emotion that creates action. It can lead to yelling at your ex, seeking revenge, venting to your friends. It can even turn against you and have you judging your every word and action. None of these are great coping mechanisms, so do your best to seek out what you're really feeling and deal with that instead. So, if you hate your ex, how come you'd still jump at the chance to take them back? Well, as we talked about earlier, there's room in the human heart for contradictions, especially when it comes to love. In fact, often the more you want your ex back, the more you hate them right now. And that's because your hate is directly proportional to how much you love them. If you never liked them very much, then you wouldn't hold a grudge. And it's that loss of something good that drives your anger towards your ex. And the truth is that you can still win back your ex while feeling these feelings. You just need to make sure that you keep a lid on them and not bring them up to your ex, at least not at this point. For now, you should take some time apart from your ex to process the breakup and all these feelings that you have. I know that if you could spend at least 30 days after the breakup without talking to your ex, then your mindset's going to improve and your harsh feelings are going to start to fade away. And the truth is, so will any negative feelings that they have towards you. Now, obviously this isn't a magic bullet. You do have to spend this time improving yourself and keeping your mind off your ex. And above all else, if you hate your ex, then you do need to find somebody to talk about it with. This could be a friend or a family member, or it could be me. I offer one-on-one coaching for this exact type of situation. And you can learn more and sign up now at breakupbrad.com/coaching. Trust me when I say I've helped people in even the most severe situations with their ex, and really there's almost always hope. At least there is if you act fast enough. Again, you can find out more about my coaching program and sign up today at breakupbrad.com/coaching. But let's go back and assume that, what if you wait those 30 days and the anger you're feeling is just as strong at the end? Or what if it's been even longer than that already? Well, unfortunately, at some point you have to choose to let go of that anger and that hatred if you do want your ex back. I know that it's probably valid and they may deserve it, but you can't rebuild a relationship with someone while you still hate their guts. Eventually, you'll have to work to process these feelings and leave them behind you. For now, simply do your best to put it aside and focus on the task at hand. If you do find that you can't look at your ex without seeing red and that you can no longer feel actual love for them, then you'll probably know that this isn't going to be worth it for you. And in that case, the reason you want your ex back probably isn't because you actually want to be with them, but because you feel slighted and you want to find closure. All right, that just about does it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. Hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, leave your questions in the comments below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.